Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I will discuss Prader-Willi syndrome. I will discuss the genetics, clinical features, diagnostic criteria, laboratory workup and treatment. Prader-Willi syndrome is a genetic multi-system disorder that affects about 1 in 10,000 to 30,000 people worldwide. Prader-Willi syndrome affects males and females with equal frequency and affects all races and ethnicities. It is recognized as most common genetic cause of life-threatening childhood obesity. Now the genetics of Prader-Willi syndrome. Prader-Willi syndrome is due to lack of expression of paternally inherited genes located on chromosome 15 at Q11 to Q13. Now expression of these genes is lost due to either a deletion, a maternal uniparental disomy, an imprinting center defect, or a Robertsonian translocation. Most cases of Prader-Willi syndrome are sporadic. Now chromosome 15 region Q11 to Q13 is called Prader-Willi region. In healthy subject, this region of maternally inherited chromosome 15 is silenced by a process called imprinting, whereas this region of paternally derived chromosome is not. Loss of signal in this region of paternally inherited chromosome causes Prader-Willi syndrome. In patients with a deletion, Q11 to Q15 region is absent. Deletion is most common chromosomal defect which is present in 70% of the cases. Now in children with maternal uniparental disomy, paternally inherited chromosome 15 is absent, while 2 copies of maternally inherited chromosome 15 are present. Now it has been reported in 20 to 25% of the patients. In case of imprinting center defect, which is present in about 5% of cases, Prader-Willi region of paternally inherited chromosome 15 is silenced. Such mutation indicate a higher risk for recurrence. In less than 1% of patients, part of paternally derived chromosome 15 is situated on another chromosome, and this is called Robertsonian translocation. Now, clinical features of Prader-Willi syndrome. For this, we will consider diagnostic criteria, which include major and minor criteria. Now, diagnosis of Prader-Willi syndrome is highly likely in children who are younger than 3 years, which have 5 points, and 3 should be from the major criteria. And in children who are older than 3 years, they should have 8 points, in which 4 should be from the major criteria. Now, major criteria. 1 point is given for each of the following. In central nervous system, infantile central hypotonia including weak cry, gastrointestinal infantile feeding problems, that is poor suck and or failure to thrive. Nutrition, rapid weight gain in children age 1 to 6 years, especially due to hyperphagia. Craniofacial characteristic facial features such as narrow bifrontal diameter, almond-shaped palpebral fissures, narrow nasal bridge and downturned corners of the mouth. Endocrine system include hypogonadism or genital hypoplasia, including cryptorchidism, scrotal hypoplasia or clitoral hypoplasia. Then developmental delay, that is late acquisition of major motor milestone, that is sitting at age 12 month, walking at age 24 month, or mental retardation. Now minor criteria, 1/2 point is given for each. Neurologic, decreased fetal movements or infantile lethargy. Pulmonary, sleep disturbance or sleep apnea. Endocrine, short stature for predicted height by mid-adolescence. Dermatologic criteria include hypopigmentation. Orthopedic include small hands and feet or narrow hands with straight ulnar border. Ophthalmologic include esotropia or myopia. Dental criteria should be thick viscous saliva. Otolaryngology includes speech articulation defects, and psychiatric includes skin pricking. Now, supportive criteria for Prader-Willi syndrome. In neurology, high pain threshold and normal neuromuscular evaluation for hypotonia. In gastroenterology, decreased vomiting. Endocrinology, ineffective thermoregulation, early adrenarche, osteoporosis or adrenal insufficiency. In orthopedics, there is scoliosis or kyphosis. Young children with Prader-Willi syndrome may exhibit temper tantrums, stubbornness, obsessive compulsive behavior, and rarely autism spectrum disorder. Now, features of psychosis may be present in young adults. Now, food seeking behavior may include eating garbage, eating frozen food, and stealing resources to obtain food. Now, I will discuss the complications. Hypogonadism can cause osteoporosis and pathologic fractures. Obesity due to hyperphagia and hypometabolism may predispose patients to premature death from cardiorespiratory failure. In some patients, there is increased risk of atherosclerosis with severe coronary artery disease. There could be slipped capital femoral epiphysis or hip dysplasia. Another complication is sleep apnea. It is due to primary disturbance in central control of respiratory drive with decreased responsiveness to hypercapnia during quiet sleep. Now, because of obesity, there could be cor pulmonale and type 2 diabetes mellitus. Now, the diagnosis and laboratory workup for Prader-Willi syndrome. First is the genetic testing. Chromosomal or microarray analysis is required. Methylation patterns are assessed with Southern blot hybridization or PCR using DNA primers that can detect methylating cytosine. Now, uniparental disomy analysis require samples from both parents and the child. Prenatal diagnosis can be made by FISH technique, that is fluorescent in situ hybridization, if a deletion in 15q region is suspected in chorionic villus sampling or amniocentesis. In case of imprinting center mutation, both parents should be tested for presence of asymptomatic mutation in the imprinting center. Now, other laboratory studies. Fasting measurement of serum insulin-like growth factor 1 and insulin-like growth factor binding protein 3 levels are good screening test for underlying growth hormone deficiency. Now, patient with diminished growth velocity and abnormal levels of these factors should undergo provocative growth hormone stimulation testing. Now, assess thyroid and adrenal status as required. Glycosylated hemoglobin should be done in obese patient to assess for the development of type 2 diabetes. Evaluate patient for biochemical evidence of Pickwickian syndrome, that is hypercarbia or polycythemia. Now, for sleep apnea or narcolepsy, perform a sleep study with multiple sleep latency testing. Now, the imaging studies. MRI of the head should be done to evaluate for hypopituitarism. Serial Doll energy X-ray absorptiometry, that is DEXA scan, for detection and monitoring of osteoporosis. Scoliosis films and chest X-ray if cor pulmonale is suspected. Other imaging studies as clinically warranted, for example, extremity X-ray for limb evaluation and hip film to screen for hip dysplasia. Now, plain abdominal X-ray, ultrasonography or CT scan and GI series may be done to screen for acute gastric dilation, cholelithiasis or pancreatitis as clinically indicated. Now, the treatment. Treatment of Prader-Willi syndrome is directed towards specific symptoms that are apparent in each individual. In infants, special nipples or gavage feeding may be useful to ensure adequate nutrition. In males, treatment of hypogonadism with either testosterone or human chorionic gonadotropin may be beneficial during infancy. Although cryptorchidism may resolve spontaneously or with hormone therapy, most males may require surgical treatment. Early growth hormone therapy is beneficial in children with evidence of growth failure. Growth hormone increase height, improve lean body mass, mobility, respiratory function, decrease body fat, and improve development and behavior. Now, decreased flow of saliva may be improved with special toothpaste, gels, mouthwash, and gum. During childhood, a program consisting of a low-caloric diet, regular exercise, and a strict supervision of food intake and access should be formulated. Limiting access to food may require locking cabinets and refrigerators. Now, some individuals may require vitamin supplementation, especially calcium and vitamin D. Supplemental occupational and physical therapy is required to promote acquisition of gross and fine motor skills, and to strengthen spinal musculature to minimize scoliosis. Now, physical activity at home and school should be encouraged. Child should receive an ophthalmological examination to evaluate for strabismus and to assess visual acuity. Now, child should also be assessed and managed accordingly for hip dysplasia and scoliosis. Evaluation and treatment of sleep disturbance is recommended as well. Tonsillectomy, adenoidectomy, or tracheostomy may be required in patients with obstructive sleep apnea. Sex hormones can be replaced at puberty as they can stimulate the development of secondary sexual characteristics and improve self-image and bone density. Now, urgent surgical intervention may be required for abdominal issues such as cholecystitis, appendicitis, or gastric dilation or necrosis. Now, some researchers recommend that all individuals with Prader-Willi syndrome be screened and managed for hypothyroidism and central adrenal insufficiency. Thanks for watching this video. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel.